Graduates, mesdames et messieurs, I give you Dr. Kathy Reichs.
Mr. Chancellor, Madam Vice Chair of the Board of Governors, Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, honored platform guests, graduating class, family and friends. Je suis très content d'être ici aujourd'hui. Je suis très honoré de recevoir ce degré de l'Université Concordia. C'est tellement cool. Carpe diem. Seize the day. That's what they tell you when you get your diploma. Blaze forth and change the world. Do it now, while you're piping hot. That's not what I'm going to tell you. My advice is stop. Slow down. Take time to figure things out. Graduation is a momentous occasion. But crossing this threshold doesn't mean you instantly know who you are or what you want. Nor should you. Throughout the coming years, you'll be faced with uncertainty, with crossroads. You will likely end up nowhere near where you thought you were headed. And chance will play a role. If you aren't open to both change and unexpected detour, you might miss some amazing opportunities. Shakespeare, who also received an honorary PhD from Concordia University, I think it was 1606, said this, and this may sound like nautical advice, but it's not. Fortune brings home some boats that are not steered. Now, I'm not suggesting that you lounge around watching hockey until fortune knocks on your door. I'm suggesting don't be so focused on the future that you miss the present. A lot can happen between now and the future. In fact, it's safe to say you will never arrive at the future. You will always and only live in the now. You will experience earthquakes and Stanley Cup finals in the now, Arab Springs and the downgrading of planets in the now. Poor Pluto. Don't force an iron grip on an unwavering, distant destination. It's the journey that's important. Be open to changes in the current and ready yourself with a really good boat. I'm a scientist. Precision is my comfort zone. Unfortunately, we grow most when we leave our comfort zones. My first book was a masterful thesis on hominid origins that was savored by maybe 5 people, my dissertation committee, and my mother. I was deep in the anthropology territory of long-dead civilizations when a cop called about bones discovered at the bottom of a well. Was it the 5-year-old girl now missing 3 months? With that, my career changed forever. When a university colleague supplemented her income by writing a romance novel, I thought, I can do that. Et ma vie a changé de nouveau. Tiptoeing outside my comfort zone has taken me from my undergraduate job as a tour guide to many professions: archéologue, mère de famille, anthropologue judiciaire, écrivain, et directeur de télévision. To be fair, I was always creating fiction. When you're holding the microphone on a tour bus stuck in Washington, D.C. traffic and 100 eyes are focused on you, frankly, you make stuff up. To this day, many tourists from Saskatoon and San Diego believe that Abraham Lincoln had 6 toes on his left foot with which he painted seascapes. Here I am again, holding the microphone with hundreds of eyes focused on me, and you're too smart to believe Lincoln toe-painted seascapes. when it's common knowledge he preferred doing portraits. It's that unavoidable time when I give you life advice. The world, according to me, possibly entirely made up. It may not be painless, but it will be brief. A quick internet survey suggested that a good convocation address offers 6 pieces of advice. Okay, I get that. Un squelette, head, trunk, shoulders, arms, pelvis, legs, infrastructure. So I offer you my bare bones for life. Numéro 1. Start with strong bones. Find good people and keep them. Call it your skeleton crew. We each have 2 families in life, the one we're born with and the one we make for ourselves. You need them both. Find people you trust, admire, and respect, and hang onto them. As a writer, I used to go into my cave and scribble secretly, emerging with a complete manuscript, a fait accompli. I've learned that the editorial process makes me better. Other people have different knowledge, different perspectives. So be open to collaboration. It makes you sharper, less myopic. And frankly, we need each other. You have grown up in scary times. Many of you were children when the planes hit the World Trade Center, and we all learned we have limited control over life, that our most stable institutions are assailable. For my generation, it was communist. For my children, nuclear holocaust. For you, Al-Qaeda. We all grow up afraid of something. Life is less scary when someone you trust has your back. You can't do it alone. Numéro 2. Work yourself to the bone. In crime dramas, the actors solve every case in 1 hour with every tool at their fingertips. For the rest of us, it isn't that easy. Here comes the bad news, folks. If you want to be a success, you have to work hard. I wrote my first book while also a professor, a mother, and a consulting forensic anthropologist. For 2 years, I rose at 6 a.m. to hit the keyboard before setting off for campus. People often ask me advice on writing. I answer with what I know. The process doesn't involve unfiltered camels or the karma of the beat poets or artful facial hair. It involves research and writing, and rewriting and rewriting. Don't take shortcuts. Don't expect to get it right the first time. You'll make mistakes. Don't blame them on others. Use them to learn. While some may be blessed with innate genius, I wouldn't count on it. Hard work and diligence form the cornerstone of achievement. Numéro 3. Feel it in your bones. Trust yourself. Some might be more clever than you, some more talented, but no one is better than you. The wisest words I've ever heard on the subject came from Nelson Mandela. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? So trust that inner voice deep in your bones. Trust yourself and take risks. Numéro 4. Have a bone to pick. Do something. Action is critical given the state of the world. No matter where you stand politically, take a stand. Speak out. This may seem an enormous task. We hear there's a lack of jobs for graduates, that the financial crisis is global, that rough times lie ahead. But it's not a terrible thing that this challenge falls to you. No one is more capable. You know the world better than my generation ever did. Someone like you got up on a morning like this, and a short while later, 2 Middle Eastern countries were free of despotic leaders and closer to democracy. Use your voice. Infuse your life with action. Pick a direction and move. Numéro 5. Throw a dog a bone. Give back. The best way to live your life is to be happy. And the best way I know to be happy is to be unselfish. Well, the second best way. Chocolate is probably the very best way. But giving back is pretty good too. Have a belief system, whether it be God, Allah, science, or verses you learned in kindergarten. Have a code by which you live. It will keep you grounded. And make selflessness a part of that code. Give back. Leave the world a better place than you found it. Numéro 6, my last piece of advice. Don't chew gum in public. Sorry, pet peeve, but really, don't do it. You look like a cow. When you do anything, read a Temperance or Tory Brennan book, watch an episode of Bones, or listen to me now, there are always two sides of the experience. First and foremost, the awesomeness of whatever I'm offering. Second, there is you. You are reading it, seeing it, hearing it. That makes the event unique in the history of the cosmos. Even if what I'm saying, or any writer or speaker is saying, isn't original, your experience of it is. It's a magical moment when you take the knowledge and make it yours. You bring it home to yourself. Every day will be full of these magical moments, and they will change you. Let them. Go with the flow. When Alice was lost in Wonderland, she encountered the Cheshire Cat, who had gone before and knew the way. She asked for instructions. That depends a good deal on where you want to get to, answered the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. So long as I get somewhere, said Alice. Oh, you're sure to do that, said the cat, if only you walk long enough. Or, as the king says later, more succinctly, begin at the beginning and go till you come to the end, then stop. You may not be sure where you're going, but as Nelson Mandela concluded his remark, we are all meant to shine. Believe in yourself and start walking. Wherever you are headed, you'll get there eventually. And, as is clearly stamped on every copy of every Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic. Merci.